Bro, look at the guide. The guide is destroyed. Holy fuck.
David, what do you think? Bad news.
Dude, this motor could be toast. This motor could be toast, son. Oh boy. This ain't good. This ain't looking good.
We got a customer's car. He came in for 2 rear wheel bearings, timing chain, and idler pulley. Water pump's probably gonna get changed while the timing chain is apart. We went to go lift it up. While it was in the air, we were shaking the wheel around and all, and there's no play in it. And when you spin the wheel, there's no grinding or clanking or anything like that. Only just from what's rusty on the rotor grinding against the pads. And I told him that, so we're gonna hold off on the wheel bearings. He said if they don't need done, can't trust the shops that he took it to. Dealership and some shop on 40, which no doubt, you know, they weren't even gonna change the wheel bearings. They were probably just gonna clean the rotor up on a brake lathe or something and call it a day.
Sensational.
Or they're just gonna drive it around like I told him that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna drive it around after we do the timing chain and stuff, see if it cleans that rotor up some. Timing chain definitely needed done. When you start it, you hear it clink, 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 clink. So it's probably the guides and the chain, the water pump, and all the gasket. He's buying the parts, and we're charging $60 an hour, which is a good deal. He was quoted $3,500 by the other places. So. All right, Sean.
Show them this. Instagram restricted my story.
For what?
I don't know.
What's it say?
Doing a timing chain on a 2012 Malibu. Who don't like getting paid on their birthday?
What do you mean by that?
They restricted it, or it just failed to upload?
It said we like to protect our community or something like that. It's restricted.
So what he's done so far is just start unplugging the coil packs, and then he's gonna unbolt them, take the coil packs out.
Gotta be careful, man.
I think I might have fixed the blurry situation.
How'd you do that?
We're not gonna talk about it. Taking the intake or the air box and filter off so that we can get to the motor mount. We had some nasty, like bird's nest, maybe rat's nest stuff going on in the intake. That was underneath the filter.
The fuck is that?
That was oil. At one point, this thing was leaking oil.
Oh, you're right. That would make sense.
All of that buildup in there. Alright, we just pulled the coil packs and coils off.
I'm gonna get a bigger ratchet.
We will be taking the valve cover off ASAP No Rocky, and then it's the motor mount. What'd you say? The studs were loose? Barely holding the valve cover in?
No, they don't go through, so they weren't holding the valve cover onto the engine.
Okay.
Valve cover gasket. What? How dirty it is?
No, look at the
carbon buildup and shit?
everything.
Yeah, I wonder how many miles are on this thing. You can see
It's 120.
carbon.
Show them this. This thing hasn't had an oil change in 3 years. That shit's hard as a rock.
Yeah, it is hard on the cam too. Yeah, there is play in it. Bro, look at the guide. The guide is destroyed. Holy fuck.
Well, there's the problem right there. Maybe the timing chain doesn't need replaced. Maybe the metal from this is what we are hearing.
Yeah. Timing chain definitely needed done. When you start it, you hear it. Clink, 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 clink. Which, remember Fish and David said if the plastic guides get chewed up and go in motor, it'll fuck it up. That's metal.
Are you sure? It's not just hard-ass plastic?
Nah, bro, that's metal. Look at the way it's broken and shit. Feel it.
Dude, this motor could be toast. This motor could be toast, son. Oh, boy. This ain't good. This ain't looking good. Bro, it's supposed to be all the way over here. So, I want to know where the fuck... Well, obviously, it's in the bottom down there somewhere. But
we got to see what the new guide looks like to make sure that that was a solid piece.
I
And
remember.
Was it a solid piece?
yeah, cause look, it goes to here on this side and here on this side. And
So
it's,
what the fuck caused it to do that?
maybe this tiny bit of slack,
Yeah.
and it was flapping up and just destroyed it.
Fucked, boys.
Colt, what's your opinion on that right here?
It's fucked. What do you think? David? What do you think?
Bad news.
How's that stash?
It's mean green pussy eating machine.
Damn right. Bad news bears. Just say, folks, this is worth dog shit.
We ain't gonna do this excuse me shit all day. Just tell me get the fuck
David's
out the
got
way.
his jockey. This is where we're at.
Where do you think the clip tool is at, Doc?
Could that be the problem?
No. Chevy all the way.
Got the motor mount bolts loose. He's under there getting to the wheel well so we can get to the crank pulley. David says that we should spin the motor over so that we can see where the slack is in the chain, because it definitely ate that thing up right there. Sean's got the whole plastic wheel well out of this thing. Get to the crank bolt down yonder. Getting this piece off that is between, this is where the valve cover was. Down there is the timing cover. This was part of the motor mount. It's like where the motor mount mounts to the timing cover almost.
Yep. Yep. As soon as it rolls on that tensioner
look
spot,
for
it
the-
just gives it. Look at all the slack right here. Look.
Nah,
That is enough to hit the chain.
Right.
Whoa, motherfucker! My fingers are in
You're
there.
good. The fuck? Hold on, move your fingers since you're all worried about the chain. Bro, it's right there.
Yeah.
It skips. It gets easy on the crank and then it gets hard. It just rolls.
That's when it goes.
Yeah. It should have a dot on the cam gear or something.
Wow, it's dying.
Look at the balancer.
Look, you'll look at the chain right now.
Oh my fucking god!
Send it. Get the guy.
And that's when it
video.
went pow.
Alright, we're back on it again today. We went and got the water pump and gasket, the timing chain set with the guides, what's that, valve cover gasket, and the timing cover gasket with the front main seal and stuff. Yeah, we got it all.
Apparently this is
And-
for our tensioner pulley.
That's what we were trying to figure out last thing before he cut his hand.
I just got this. Oh wait, wrong. I'm thinking maybe if we pull up on that, it'll pull up on the spring too. Because maybe that's what it's for. But I'm not doing this by hand. We're using a breaker pump.
Oh my god, yeah.
Well, yeah.
But that spring, either we're gonna have to press it by hand,
Please don't fall.
or we're gonna have to put a C-clamp on it and then take the bolts out like that. We're probably gonna end up needing to go out and get some coolant and oil when we're done, but hopefully it's done today. That spring right there holds the tensioner pulley in place for some odd reason, just to make
Chevy.
things hard on you, that's
Chevy.
all. And in order to keep it compressed while we take the bolts out to pull it out, gotta put a C-clamp on it. And she's about tighter than a tick's ass,
What did he say?
as David would say. We got that thing off, got the serpentine belt, got the spring off, serpentine belt off. Now we're about to take the idler pulley off, or the crank pulley. He wants his idler pulley replaced.
I think it worked. Well, the pulley come right off though. Yeah, get the Jeep keys.
Got all the timing cover bolts out. Crank pulley is also off, yeah.
And I was just finagling with it, see that? It's about to come off.
I think the last thing I told him was we were messing with that spring thing. Spring thing's
Oh,
off,
we got-
serpentine belt's
uh-oh.
off.
We got oil drainage, by the way.
Alright, this is why we cut the camera. He had me go get tin foil so that he can,
Cover all the lines and shit down there.
yeah, anything that runs out now will just leak right into the pan.
Hopefully.
Whoa, hold on.
Oh, let the oil drain. That's draining. Let it drain. Let it drain. Hold it.
Just pulled the timing cover off. And Sean's pulling chunks of other guides out.
Yeah.
This motor probably don't have too many days left in her. Let me check it. Check it.
Yep. Get the magnet tool. Let's see what we can do. No friction. Oh, you hear that?
What is that, my friend? That is metal that came out of that. Oh my goodness. Well, before I even touch it, just noticed something. He was in here fishing around and I was like, where'd this bolt come from? That don't look right. That's what was in there, Sean. It was just sitting in there.
Did we loosen the bolt like, dude? I really don't.
I don't think that was in there.
There's no other bolt that we took out that looks like this.
What? That's crazy. That bolt, we're pretty sure, goes right
Yeah,
there.
because look, it wouldn't go here, and it definitely doesn't go here. And look at the bore on that hole and the size. It's perfect.
Yeah, it's perfect. That goes there. This is the picture that we took right before.
Isn't this the hole down here?
Yeah.
That's the hole, and there's no bolt in it. That is the hole with the circle. And this bolt was behind the timing cover on the chain.
Sean, show us the bolt that you just seen.
Wiggle the chain around. Yeah, right. It is right there, right?
Mm-hmm. That bolt right there.
Yeah, you can kind of see it. Half of it's missing damn near. Well, that's like all the guides are back. That's it. That's all I wanted to show you. Alright, I see the notch. It's going towards the bottom. Alright, it's basically at the bottom right.
These ones are not where he had them. But
Not at all.
no. I just seen a post that said the show Yellowstone is just one big Dodge Ram commercial. That shit was funny.